For months now, fans of TLC's hit reality series 1000 Sisters have been buzzing with curiosity over one very specific question directed at Tammy Slaton, one of the show's most recognizable and resilient stars. Ever since her dramatic transformation, shedding an astonishing 225 kilograms and redefining her life in ways no one could have predicted back when viewers first met her, the question has lingered across social media platforms, interview requests, and public appearances. Tammy, now visibly healthier, more mobile, and full of a confidence that once seemed a distant dream, has largely avoided giving a direct answer. It wasn't that she was shy exactly. Longtime viewers know Tammy's bluntness has been one of her trademarks since 1000 Sisters premiered. Rather, it appeared that she was waiting for the right time to address it, to craft a response that would be honest, thoughtful, and rooted in the extraordinary journey she has undergone. This week, that moment arrived and fans finally got their answer. When Tammy first emerged as the co-star of 1000 Sisters alongside her younger sister Amy, the show was framed as a raw, unscripted look into the daily struggles of two women battling extreme obesity. Documented not only the physical realities, difficulty walking, constant health crises, and dependency on others for basic needs, but also the emotional toll from strained family relationships to mental health battles. Tammy, in particular, became the focus of intense viewer scrutiny. Her stubborn streak, refusal to heed medical advice, and tense exchanges with her siblings frustrated many fans, while others saw in her a reflection of their own struggles with food addiction, depression, and self-worth. In those early seasons, the idea of Tammy reaching her current state of health would have seemed to most people like a far-fetched fantasy. But Tammy's journey has never been linear. Through multiple failed weight loss attempts, brushes with death, and a harrowing stay in rehab following a medical emergency that landed her on life support, she found herself at a crossroads. This was the point at which she decided she would not only fight for her life but do so in a way that would silence the chorus of doubts. She committed to bariatric surgery and followed it with disciplined rehabilitation and therapy, addressing both the physical and psychological elements of her weight. As months passed, viewers began noticing visible changes, and updates on her social media painted the picture of someone who was not just losing weight but gaining freedom. The magnitude of Tammy's weight loss, 225 kilograms, is staggering. To put it in perspective, she has lost more than the average adult male weighs twice over. This kind of transformation inevitably leads to questions, and the one that fans have asked more than any other is deeply personal. How does she feel about herself now? Not just in the superficial sense of liking what she sees in the mirror, but in a deeper, more existential way. Did the years of being trapped in a body she often described as her prison fundamentally alter the way she sees the world and her place in it? Has she forgiven herself for the years lost to health issues? Has the person inside changed as drastically as the person outside appears to have? In a candid Instagram live session, Tammy finally chose to tackle the question head-on. Her voice carried both excitement and a trace of vulnerability as she admitted that she had been avoiding answering it because she wanted to be sure she truly understood her own feelings before putting them into words. She revealed that in the early days after her weight loss began to show, she didn't immediately feel different in the way people might expect. The number on the scale had dropped, her clothing sizes shrank, but internally she still carried the weight of her past. It was only months later, when she realized she could do things that had been impossible for her before, walking without assistance, traveling comfortably, fitting into theater seats, that her mindset began to shift. These everyday victories were what truly made her feel free. She spoke openly about the strange dissonance of adjusting to her new life. "For so long," she said, "my identity was tied to being the big girl. People saw me that way, treated me that way, and I got used to it. Now, sometimes I'll catch my reflection or see myself in a photo and I have to do a double take. It's like my brain hasn't caught up yet." Fans were quick to flood the comments section with encouragement, telling her how proud they were and how much they related to that disconnect between inner and outer transformation. Tammy responded to many of them directly, acknowledging that self-acceptance is not a switch you flip the day the scale hits a certain number. It's a process that unfolds over time. Tammy also addressed another layer of the question, whether she feels happier now than before. She admitted that her physical health has improved dramatically. Her oxygen levels are stable without supplemental support, her mobility is almost entirely restored, and her doctors have cleared her from the most dangerous categories of obesity-related health risks. But she was careful to point out that happiness is not automatically guaranteed by weight loss. I'm proud of myself, yes. I feel lighter, not just in my body but in my spirit. But life still has challenges. You still have bad days. You still have people who doubt you or want to bring you down. The difference is, now I have the strength to handle it without crumbling. In perhaps the most poignant part of her answer, Tammy reflected on the emotional healing that has accompanied her physical transformation. She spoke about forgiving herself for the years she felt she wasted, trapped in unhealthy patterns, and for the ways she sometimes pushed away loved ones who wanted to help. She described having more energy not only for herself but for her relationships, noting that her bond with Amy is stronger than ever, even as their lives take separate paths. Tammy emphasized that her journey has been as much about mental health as physical health, crediting therapy for helping her confront the underlying issues that led to her weight struggles in the first place. Her answer resonated deeply with fans who have followed her story from the beginning. Many wrote about how her honesty inspired them to pursue their own goals, whether related to weight loss, mental health, or simply believing in their ability to change. Others pointed out that Tammy's willingness to admit that she is still adjusting to her new reality made her more relatable than the glossy, instant success narratives often portrayed in media. By being open about the fact that transformation is messy,